Hey everyone, it's spooky, isn't it? Woo! Not Halloween. Unfortunately, 5 minutes after I posted the vlog, about 5 minutes after that happened and I was all finished, the electricity went off. And now we have no power in the area. So we're having to exist on candles. How are you coping?
I'm all right actually. Luckily, I was up in my little loft room when the power went off. Luckily, it turns out a lot of the electrical equipment that runs my model layout have little blue lights that stay on for a few minutes after the power fails as they drain all the capacitors. And that was enough light for me to be able to see where the switches were to turn it all off and safely come down the stairs.
It's going to be a strange evening, but we're going to make our best. We're going to perhaps put out some more candles because it's a little bit dark in here, and then play a game, or hopefully, if the laptop computer has enough power, we'll watch a film and then wait for the power to come back on. That's all we can do. Modern society kind of needs those electrons. You have to excuse the fact that there's a fan in the background. It's incredibly humid today. I need to keep the computer cool so I can process videos. So, we had a power cut. It appears to have spiked, which is not great. Thankfully, I've checked the Mac, I've done disk checks and all of that, and everything seems to be okay. But the CMOS battery up in the train loft on the big computer that runs the Monday Club, it has popped. So, it's got no memory. We have to keep resetting it. We're going to have to get a new CMOS battery. Took ages last night to work out what was going on. We thought it had spiked the graphics card and shorted it, which would be very inefficient for us because the graphics card is part of the motherboard. But apparently it's just the CMOS from what we can tell. So it's not as bad, but very anger-inducing because basically we had no warning about this power cut. It just went. And that computer was on. I had literally 5 minutes after I'd finished uploading the vlog that you'll have seen yesterday. That went off while I was using it. So I was very worried, Jen was very worried and very angry. But we seem to have worked it out, so we can do the Monday Club tonight, that's okay. We just got back, I am boiling, just got back from moving some slabs around. Jen is out there placing slabs down the side of the house so that we can get a bit of a project that has been ongoing for years, get that finished finally, which is nice. We are planning to put a kind of outbuilding out there where I can build a kind of set. It would be a video room, a video rental type of shop, sort of. It won't be fully video rental because we are planning to be able to show films or something out there. That'll be fun. But that's the idea. We're going to use that space. So Jen's out doing that. I'm leaving her alone because she's got an idea in her head of what she wants to do and I'll just get in the way. So I'm going to be editing videos. She's going to be doing that, and then hopefully she's going to have a rest before the Monday Club tonight. But my goodness, it has been a hot and humid day moving paving slabs around to do that. I'm exhausted. So, I'd best get on because I have several things to do today. I've got to get a very long and very large video at least halfway edited so that I've got time to do the Wednesday video as well. The edit that I have to do is the one that you saw a clip of yesterday, and the reason I have to do that first is because it's in the way now. All of the almost 40 gigabytes of files are in the editing software ready to go. So I've got to get that out of the way. It's a bit of a rod from my own back, but what can I do? Also, I've got to finish an article off for the Antics Annual. Now, I've just finished the ones for Antics Magazine, which is still down here in the box. Issue 5 is on its way. All of my stuff for that is done and dusted and sent in. So we've got the Antics stuff here. Well, the Annual is coming. And I am looking forward to that because that'll be fun. But I've got to get an article finished. I have a few days before that needs to be in, so I've got time, but I want to get a first draft done this evening if I can after the 2 live streams. Jen's Monday Club and Monday Night Live, my show. So that's going to be fun. But there was one thing, because I've been looking around the charity shops, keep doing that. Where have I put the stuff I wanted to talk? You can tell this is not scripted, can't you? Where have I put them? They're right in front of me. I literally couldn't see for looking at them. So yeah, like I said, I've been looking around the charity shops for stuff. I've got Robot Wars, the board game, which is going to be a board game hammer. That is still coming. I know COVID and other things came up and stopped us from doing it, but board game hammer is coming. But on top of that, I've got something for either... I don't know whether it's going to be a game hammer or a game hammer extra, but we're going to do a thing on DVD games. I've got a fair few now. A very wide range of the styles, like Dragon's Lair is a DVD game. I've got one of Tomb Raider. Yeah, Tomb Raider had a DVD game. I've got some weird stuff like that. There's even a Harry Potter one that came in the big Harry Potter box set, the one that looked like his trunk. So I think it's the first 5 films are in there or something, but it's got a DVD game in it. So even though I don't want to advertise Harry Potter because screw that woman, she's horrible, that will be included because it won't be about that. But I've also just picked up the Brain Game, Put Your Brain to the Test, interactive multiplayer DVD quiz. I have done a Game Hammer, or at least a Game Hammer Extra, on that Tom Baker DVD game, which was fun. I'll be doing that again. But also, this looked interesting because it's Carol Vorderman's Sudoku. But why would you need a box this big for a DVD game? Now, admittedly, this one is pretty big. The reason this is big is because behind the How to Play guide is a set of scores. So is the Sudoku about scores? Well, it turns out it's not. The reason this Sudoku is so big is because it's got a pad full of Sudokus in it, which makes it a bit strange. Like, do you need this to play the game? And if so, how is that different from a normal Sudoku? Seriously, how is that different? So what is this DVD? Is this just Carol Vorderman, one of the smartest women in the world? In fact, one of the smartest people in the world. It's not limited to one gender. She's one of the smartest people in the world. Her IQ is amazingly high. It's much higher than mine. And I'm a member of Mensa, or at least I used to be. I actually left because the fees that you pay weren't getting you an awful lot for what you were getting. So it just seemed... I might rejoin, I don't know, at some point. But it's a DVD. Is this the smartest woman in Britain just playing Sudoku while being filmed? I have to know. That's going to be interesting. So it's going to be an interesting part of this thing. So we'll wait and see. That's going to either be a Game Hammer or a Game Hammer Extra, depending on whether I can put a fun script together for it. Because Game Hammer is a very scripted show, and I do like to... make something like a short film, something that you couldn't just get from a standard review. That's what I like for Game Hammer. So that's going to be fun, and we'll see how that goes. But that's the plan. That's what I've been picking up. No standard retro gaming at the moment in the shops, but you can't help that. So anyway, I'm going to get on and see what else I can do now, because I've got to get this edit done. If I can get that done, then I get to work on the final article for this annual. If I don't, I'm doing that tonight when I won't be able to sleep because the weather is terrible and my insomnia is working hard. So let's get back and see if I get anything else done. If I do, you'll see something after I finish talking. So let's see what happens. If you like the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It really does help create future videos. That's patreon.com/Zoe Kirk-Robinson. And I've got an extra special thanks going out to Chief89, Sam Yates, Retro Mickey82, Mo Henry, and George Botterini. Thank you so much, guys.